episode of a Schmoke
and a Pancake. Yes, episode 3 is here.
I'm excited.
You should be excited. Episode 1 went over huge. 2,000 plus views on episode 1.
I'm absolutely flabbergasted that it went that far.
Episode 2 is ticking away, and now we're all back here for episode 3.
Episode 3 is going to define us as a podcast. I would think so.
How would you know that? If the 3 topics are random, and we don't know which it is, it's not a gimmick, this is real, how would you... This could be the worst podcast they've heard yet. This could be like watching like a Cliff Roush versus Cash in like a best of 5 series. This could be...
In a wipe your feet match.
This could be a wipe your feet match.
Your feet match.
This could be the worst. It could be the absolute worst podcast we've ever done.
Well, it could be the worst one.
Or it could be the best one.
Of course.
I wish we knew. I wish we had an answer for you. But I can say we've each got a shot of Michter's Sour Mash and Kentucky Rye Bourbon. 100 proof, baby. And we have the green on deck. So, I mean, it's looking like a good show. It's looking bright.
You know what? I said this to you before. I swear you are a true Irishman. This man has an entire bar set on his countertop with like 7 different mixers. Look, he's got a blender filled with like some green shit, and then you got another one that's just unplugged. You know, because Nicole's lazy. You know.
Well,
that's my juicer.
That's your. Oh, sorry. This lady's got a juice thing.
Sometimes you gotta have fresh juice.
But let's be fair. Based on the $4.2 billion I made off Podcast 1, as we've previously stated, and all those $50 to drive, 7 hours to Pennsylvania paydays I've been getting, I keep my bar stacked, well stocked.
I look at you sometimes and I wonder, are you... I haven't even smoked yet. I wonder.
Are we human or are we dancer?
We haven't even started, folks. Tonight's show is going to be fucking packed with nothing but love, facts, education.
And clogged arteries.
Oh.
Plenty of clogged arteries.
Oh, we are
okay.
fat.
That's the welcome, and we always finish the welcome with the... Ooh, Weed of the Week! Today's greenery is called Venom OG.
Venom OG.
It is a sativa.
Okay.
It comes from the Poison OG and Dankness #1 hybrid.
Wow. That sounds like it might kill us. Tell you the truth.
Well, it might kill you.
22 or higher percent THC in this strain, and this should make sure episode 3 doesn't suck like we've accidentally prophesized.
Yeah, congratulations. You just knock on wood, asshole. I wouldn't knock on the wood. Yeah. Bobo, shut up.
Knock on my wood.
Just a fair warning.
So without further ado, Venom OG.
Venom OG.
This is actually my favorite one. Of everything we've grabbed over the past 3 episodes, this is my favorite. Cherry Hills was good.
Okay, yes, it was.
Banana Pie was good, but the Venom OG has been my absolute favorite.
It's very smooth. It's a very smooth smoke.
So
smooth!
God, we have throwbacks already.
That's too funny. So,
all right. Well,
before we get into the first topic, I want to just send a shout out to our good buddy, Impact Wrestling superstar Falaba.
Yeah.
He himself, again, good buddy of ours, wrestling for SWA. Oh, you jackass. Trying to be nice, guy. Anyway, Falaba shared our podcast, our very first episode, what was the final number of views that we got for that?
It's over 2,000.
Over 2,000
you know
views.
What?
It's insane.
I think that's a good one. To our friend Falaba, who didn't have to help our very first podcast, but shared his clout, we do a shot to you.
Falaba, thank you, buddy. Salud. Holy crap!
That's some sour.
Oh!
Yeah, some Kentucky Rye, baby.
All right, topic number 1. Talk about the importance of the hard camera.
Whoa, that's a cool one.
Wow.
Now, that's a real kayfabe breaking thing because, like, now we're just straight wrestling talking about hard camera.
You know what? A lot of people don't get to hear this, but that hard cam that's actually very important to a match because, you know what? If you really are trying to learn how we do things in the ring, it's all psychology. That's all ring. That's all ring awareness. It's very important, in my opinion, because of the fact that you have that hard cam right there. That is the main camera of your
I was
entertainment.
just going to say, some people may not know what a hard camera is. So I said, let's explain. The hard camera, that's your main camera. That's your throw-to camera. That's your stationary, set-in-one-place camera. That's so all the people at home, the people on the internet, the people watching the pay-per-views or whatever, whether you're in a sportatorium or you're in the NYCB Live Coliseum.
Woo! Take the titties out! Woo! Sorry.
You're talking Attitude Era? But that's so important, and it's because, listen, you need to see the people's face. You need to see what's going on. You can't react, and you can't emphasize with someone's back. I've never looked at someone's back and went, that's a sad-looking back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, that back looks like it was busted open.
Yep.
That back? Oh, it's missing some teeth, that back.
Oh, my goodness. You know, not for nothing, I want to be able to see the facial expressions of who I'm actually watching. If I see somebody getting into a headlock, I want to see what their face looks like in that headlock. Because if I'm watching from my TV, oh yeah, I hate that guy. I hate that guy with all my guts. I hate that guy with every ounce of my soul. Oh good, he's got him in a headlock. Crank that crap. Crank the shit out of that headlock. I want to see the pain that guy's going through. Why? Because I want to love to hate him. That's the feeling that I have as a fan. I want to be able to see what I'm paying, either my cable bill or my ticket to watch. That's it. The hard cam it's the most important camera that there is around the ring. You can have all these other guys with their camcorders or
that's
their
your lifeline. Your lifeline is the hard camera.
Exactly.
I mean, and you know, this used to be something that back in the territory days, this used to be something that you'd be used to, the set camera taping everything. But now we have a lot of independent promotions. We have a lot of schools, and we have a lot of guys getting on these very small shows where they're lucky if there is a camera, they're lucky if there is a crowd. So it's not something that people are learning. We have people, I'll tell you, from SWA, I've had so many really, really, really high-end independent level wrestlers.
Oh, yeah.
Guys who hit that PWI top 500 that would come in, and their whole match, they wouldn't look at that camera once, and they would say, well, we're working towards the crowd, and I'm saying, that's great. That's awesome.
The crowd's great.
What about everybody else from here on?
Yep.
You're taking a match that could have been monetized, could have been made money off, could have been put on DVD, and you're making it so only the people there got the experience.
At that point, you're just being very selfish as a worker.
Ignorant, too. I mean,
ignorant,
some are completely
a
ignorant.
A little bit ignorant. But you're being very selfish to the rest of the fans that are trying to really see what the match and the story is all about in that match. You know, if you're telling me that it's that hard to turn the guy around while the guy is, or you know,
I don't think it's hard. I think it's absent-minded. I really do think it's absent-minded. I think it's just...
In some cases it is. Because I don't feel like a lot of people really know their ring awareness. I don't really think that they're well educated in their ring awareness. I don't name names. That's not my gimmick. That's not my thing.
That's not my gimmick. My gimmick is I'm the name namer. I will name your name and name it more.
Damn. But the bottom line is, I don't feel like they are well educated in that particular area of the business. Because if they were, they would understand the importance of a hard cam. That's just my opinion.
Well, I can go with that. I mean, where I went to school, Victory Pro Wrestling and then FTW, there was never a time, at least not when I was there, that we got to the idea of a hard camera. It was never something mentioned. FTW was just starting to run shows. VPW was just about to run shows. At VPW, there was a hard camera, of course, but It was never mentioned. It was never. It was.
That's right. It's about to happen, folks.
He's trying not to cough again.
Many things now, folks.
But it was never a big thing because we weren't taping for an audience. But today, as opposed to 2005, everyone has cameras, everyone has the internet, everyone has YouTube, everyone has a platform.
Yep.
How can you not? And I guess I'll say this from a promoting standpoint, because I've run a fair couple shows here or there. It aggravates the crap out of me when you ruin the footage. And yes, a lot of times about giving that crowd a good show and the people in front and the people there live, and I get that. But when you mutilate that footage, when you absolutely make it unusable, it's a waste. It really is a waste. It aggravates me as a promoter, as a booker, as
a writer. I don't have that experience because I've never got the opportunity to do it.
To learn to read or write.
Exactly. Oz knows nothing about no making babies there.
What?
Yeah.
Continue. Get back on track there, Chugga.
What I'm trying to say is, I feel like if you really want to make it, and you really want to really perfect what you want to do within this business, then the only way to really do that is to obviously go to school. We said that last week.
You're mixing them all. It's all becoming one episode.
It really
We talked about the importance of school,
Yeah, we talked about the importance of school. But it's all about understanding the importance of the ring awareness and the gimmick of the match and everything like that in order for you to really put on a really good match and really care about your performance. You really want to get noticed? Play that hard cam. Play that hard cam like it was nobody's business. Because they want to see your face. If you really want my opinion, if I was a booker and I was a promoter, I want to see what your facial expressions look like. I want to see how tight your strikes are. I want to see your ability to be able to capture the crowd.
I want you to work that camera, the hard camera, just as well as you work the ring camera, and just as well as you work the people in the audience, and you work the referee, and you work your opponent. I want to see a smoothness. I want to see a confidence. I want to see that you understand. It's not like you're reading off a checklist in your head, because you've been there and you've done it before, and you have the comfortability of a professional.
I don't want to see your ass. If I wanted to see your ass, I'd probably look you up on Google. I want to see your face. I'm sitting there paying a shit ton of money for my cable bill because Cablevision sucks. Sorry, Optimum.
This sucks. This is funny because I always equate wrestling to sex work, prostitution, stripping. I always say we're selling our body for a profit, for everyone to look at. But it's funny because you're now making it the exact opposite. Because if I'm paying, all I want to see is your butt. But if in wrestling, all you want to see is their face, man. Maybe this is why. Maybe this is why the ugly people never make it to TV. This is my problem. I got to get pretty. I got to get some of that David Hasselhoff.
I think you need to just get the nasty, that nasty stuff out between the cracks of your mouth and
cracks in your mouth.
Yeah, that shit.
My smile juice.
Your smile juice. What are you, the fucking Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz? You need your fucking oil can?
When you smile juice, it's when you happily blade yourself.
Why the hell do I have a box falling on me? Jesus Christ! A fucking box, man!
Relax.
Stay!
All right.
The hard camera is important. There's not much else to say. I mean, I think if you want to be successful, keep an eye on it, learn it. I think you'll be happier when you watch back your stuff, and I think you'll find that people are connecting with you better.
It's going to be so much easier for you to really just, go back, and you said it, watch your own stuff, and really practice and really work on your psychology, your facial expressions, your ring awareness. Be like, okay, I'm going to play that back. That's cool. I should have been there. Oh, but I should have done this right. Oh, okay, so I'll know better for next time.
Yeah. Give yourself something to work with.
Exactly.
Keep it in mind. Hard camera is super important, ladies and gentlemen.
Topic number 2.
Topic number 2 feels like topic number 5.
Well, topic 2.
Technical difficulties is the name of this episode.
Talk about selling tickets to wrestle.
The
No! This episode is so gonna... Oh, my God. Okay.
We're going to die.
Selling tickets to wrestle on professional wrestling. I think the fans don't know this happens. I don't think people that come to shows realize that some of the people they're seeing on the local indie level literally sold tickets to wrestle.
You know what?
I don't think they realize.
You know, at one point, I was very against it. I hated it. I hated watching people doing it. But you know what? I started really like paying more attention to it. And as as years go by and I see more and more and more of it happening, I understand more that it's not necessarily a bad thing against you if you sell tickets to wrestle. It's not necessarily selling tickets to wrestle, but if you give the promoter or the booker a reason to book you, if the booker says, okay, I'll give you an opportunity, no problem, I'll give you a shot, I'll put you on, can you sell 10 tickets for me? Yeah, I can do that for you, no problem. Why? I don't really necessarily think it's a bad idea for guys to go out there and sell 10, 15 tickets, 20 tickets to get onto a show, to be able to show off in front of their friends and their family. Because you know what? You never know. I mean, as long as they truly are training and they really are working hard, and they really want to get their foot in the door, then yeah, that's kind of like, I guess it's kind of a necessity, especially in today's day and age.
Well, I think that we're 3 episodes in.
Right.
And I have yet to quote Brian Idol Earl Cooter.
Oh, boy.
But today I break that streak, and I'll say, like Earl Cooter said, everybody's got a place in wrestling, they just got to find it. Right? And the same goes for selling tickets. Whether they sold tickets or not, it means someone cared about them. And another Earl Cooter quote, which I love, if your fucking friends won't come to fucking see you wrestle, Jerry Werner, why the fuck is a stranger?
Yep.
That's it. It starts at a school level of paying your dues and selling tickets. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but now it surprised a lot of people. Johnny Malloy, the beard villain, whatever you call me, whatever you see me as, I've only sold tickets to wrestle on one show ever.
Really? Okay.
In my career, ever. Luck, hook, crook, whatever you want to call it, one show ever in my years I've had to sell tickets. So I kind of leaped past that point. But I understand why people have to do it, but I kind of leaped past that point. Luck, whatever, I leaped past it.
I don't think it's necessarily luck, dude. I mean, I'm not sitting here kissing your ass, but at the same time, like, I've known you for a very long time.
147 years.
Exactly. Going forward, and past the Crusades.
Jesus Christ. You ever had weed and Red Bull come out your nose? Christ.
I hope that shit fucking burns, you fucking bastard.
Alright, I'm good. Yeah.
How does that feel? How do your nostrils fucking
Continue
feel?
with the flattery.
Feels like
Flatter me.
bubbled fucking
Flatter
acid.
me. Flatter me so hard we call you Flad the Impaler.
Anyway, as I said, I don't think it's necessarily luck. I feel like you've worked hard. You really put yourself out there. And I think me and you both will agree. I don't, you're not the top-notch wrestler in the world.
Dick.
I'm
not like Joey Ryan's penis dominant.
Exactly. You're not like Joey Ryan.
We should cover Joey Ryan's dick one day.
Damn.
I'm just saying, we never have. But maybe we should. You know what's cool? That'd be cool for like a one-off topic. It just came out of nowhere. Popped up on YouTube. Joey Ryan's dick and what we feel about his dick. Wait, back on topic. Never mind. That'll never happen. That'll clearly never happen.
Anyway.
Look for it tomorrow.
You really put yourself out there. Wow.
I got lucky, but I think that I took more chances in the first couple years. But I think that's because I was generally unaware of the world's perception of me. Like I told you in an earlier episode, I didn't have the full training, so I didn't realize the etiquette. So part of year 1, year 2, year 3 was just being a cocky fuck that thought he was over, and that kind of helped me a lot. But yeah. So I skipped it. Whatever. I think it's essential. I think wrestling's down right now, even though people think it's a boom period. I think wrestling's down. And I think there's nothing wrong with selling tickets. There's nothing wrong with putting the proof in the pudding.
Right.
Enzo Amore, put the proof in the pudding.
You know, it's not, as I said, it's not a bad thing if you sell a few tickets to your friends, your family who want to come and support you. Absolutely not.
I'll never look down on that guy.
But there's also a time when you also have to ask yourself, what am I going to do with myself if I want to stop selling tickets and start gaining money from those ticket sales?
How do I stop being the guy peddling tickets, and how do I start drawing with my name?
Exactly. How can I start getting the big payday instead of getting that $20, $10 payday and a handshake at the end of the show?
Some guys never get past that point. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not a big deal.
Not everyone's going to succeed.
At this point,
everyone makes a living off professional wrestling, but that doesn't mean you weren't allowed to dip your toe in the pond.
Exactly. You know, and to the guys who are aspiring to be wrestlers and who are able and physically able to do all the training right now, I believe that those guys are probably some of the most hardest working guys in this business right now, because they're still there. They're still working hard. They're still paying their dues, and they're busting their ass.
I mean, it's no Hulk Hogan, come to your first training, they break your leg, come back 6 months later, they break it again, come back 6 months later, finally get to train.
Yep.
But, I mean, you're selling tickets, you're doing what you have to, you're contributing to the business. You're not being a vampire, you're not being a drain on the business. You are contributing something. And who knows? Maybe Cliff Roush's aunt, who gets forced to a show because Cliff had to move 30 tickets to wrestle for ECPW. Maybe Cliff's aunt goes, I'd really like to see more professional wrestling. Wow, I never knew what it was, but then I saw a quality professional wrestler like Pancake, and I realized I not necessarily my nephew or my grandson, but I'd rather see good wrestling, and they start going. Maybe. I personally have invited people to shows.
I love the way you lick my butthole from up to bottom.
Yeah, well, listen, man, I am HIV positive that you're a good wrestler. And I would... There's been people that have come to shows just to indulge, and a friend or a fan... Stop, guys. Come on, guys. Come on.
Let's keep this professional.
Man. But,
got about a minute and a half
there's
left.
been people that have come to shows that have really, never seen wrestling before, and they get introduced to a family or friend, and it makes them a fan. Because they don't realize that wrestling is just about everything in the world.
Yeah.
Wrestling is everything. Wrestling is fireworks. Wrestling is Broadway. Wrestling's a musical. Wrestling's a soap opera. Wrestling's a positive HIV test. Wrestling is a sport. Wrestling is the circus. Wrestling is everything. That's what I like about wrestling. And those ticket sellers who bring those people in, sometimes they expose them to something they've never seen, and I love it. So hey, man, sell your tickets, pay your dues. It all
comes
wrestling.
around. It all comes around.
Full
you work
circle.
hard and you bust your ass, and you do the drive, and you just do what you got to do. You pay your dues, and you work hard. And
it should work out.
Exactly. If it doesn't work out, then you know what?
You did your best.
You said you tried.
Yeah, you did your best. It's better to try.
If you
like every girl, where you said this never happens to me. She said, "Well, at least you tried."
Mm-hmm.
It's better to try than to not try, and that's selling tickets.
And you know what? Sometimes it also comes down to real life situations. You can go ahead and you can stop for things like, you want to start a family. You want to, concentrate on school, stuff like that. That's cool too.
All right, guys. Time's
well,
up.
Daniel Bryan stopped for like 6 months, then came back and beat James Gibson at Sports Plus. to become the ROH World Champion. I was there for that.
Oh my God! I used to love Sports Plus.
Ticket sellers, I guess what I would say to you guys, the guys who sell tickets, who still sell tickets, listen.
Bowling alley.
You have a place. You're helping the business. Don't let anyone ever put you down because you're just as essential to this business as Joey Ryan's penis is.
They had a snack bar, too.
We really got to cover Joey Ryan at some point.
If we don't cover Joey Ryan after this episode, then you know what? I give up hope on us, all right?
I hope if we don't cover Joey Ryan, I mean, even in a blooper or an outtake, I hope that you get diabetes.
It hurts for me to pee, and it causes me to be short with my...
He already has diabetes. All right, topic number 3. We got to move on. We love you guys, and we're so honest with you guys, and you guys made us what we are in the first 3 episodes, and we had so many technical difficulties in this episode. It was crazy. At one point, literally, clear sky, one gray cloud, lightning bolt straight down, hit Pancakes right in the balls.
Oh my God.
And we had to cut but we're back. It's topic 3. And before we get rolling into topic 3, I'd like to raise my glass, my good friend Eric, to all those we know who have battled COVID, who have passed in this time, who are in this pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be through it soon because that's what we do. We persevere and we head on and we fight through like wrestlers, like warriors, like Americans. So
this is also to our first responders and our medical staff on the front lines and stuff like that.
Thank God, when Eric finally has his inevitable heart attack, you will pick him up and you will be able to resuscitate him in that ambulance.
I can't say that they'll be able to pick me up.
I thought you were going to say that. That's so good. All right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Another shot of Michter's.
Salud.
All right. Binky.
Jesus Christ.
That's strong, right? 98.3 proof. Michter's.
All right.
Topic 3.
Talk about a local guy that should have made it, but didn't.
No! I got this idea. Okay, let me tell you where this topic idea came from. I listened to an interview with Bobby Fish. You know Bobby Fish?
Yeah, I know him.
Adam Cole, baby? Undisputed Era?
Yes.
Bobby Fish did an interview where they asked him to talk about this exact subject. And do you know who he said? Jimmy Jack Cash.
No way.
He said Jimmy Jack Cash was the guy from his area that should have made it and never made it. And it blew my mind. And basically, he kind of said Jimmy's got a chip on his shoulder, Jimmy's got an attitude, and he thinks that's why Jimmy never made it to a bigger stage. I can agree.
I can agree with a certain degree.
I love Jimmy, but I can agree.
I had the pleasure of sharing the locker room with a gentleman. And to me, the man is a gentleman. I think he's a really cool dude. Like, yeah.
I love Jimmy.
And you know what?
Jimmy's real.
You know what? He's okay to have an ego. Because you know what? You know that old term, you live your gimmick?
Yeah.
That's exactly what he does. He's living his gimmick.
Okay. And you know, there's an old saying where it goes like, to be successful in wrestling, you have to be a little bit of an asshole. And Jimmy can be a little bit, just a little bit of an asshole. And that's good. But that's why I got this idea, and I'm so happy it came up.
You know what? The man left a tip for leaving his cashew nut.
Pistachios, man. Get it right, son. Don't besmirch him with
pistachio nut, like, shavings.
As Jimmy always said, cashews are the poor man's pistachios.
That is true.
No, Jimmy never said that.
Wow.
Pistachios are expensive.
Okay, what was the topic?
He also said, he who farts in church sits in own pew.
He who smelt it, Jimmy Jack Cash dealt it.
Whoa.
God, Jimmy's going to have a field day. I love you, Jimmy. What was the topic?
Talk about a local guy that should have made it but didn't.
Oh my God. Okay. Should have made it, like, I'm thinking like AEW, Ring of Honor, WWE, something where
higher up than where they are on TV or something.
A local guy.
A local guy, like, should have guys that we know personally or guys that we know of.
Oh God.
I don't know if you have to know them personally.
The first idea that comes to mind may get me some heat.
Just say it, Dick.
Oh my god. Fuck. Because I might be wrestling this guy, and I don't want any potatoes.
Listen,
Fuck, okay.
You like Redskins or Idaho?
Rip the Band-Aid, right? Oh my god. I promise to be honest with you people. The Greek god, Papa Don. Papa Don should be on TV right now. Papa Don should be on AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, and for whatever reason that I personally can't put my finger on, Papa Don never stepped up to that level. Now hear me out. He's got a gimmick that makes sense. Using his heritage, using his physique, very good wrestler, very dominant wrestler, very easy to get over heel. He looks the part, he can work. Super 8 participant, but never quite up to that next ascension level, that nationally recognized level. Papa Don never quite hit that, and I can't tell you why, because I don't fucking know. Papa Don probably should have got there. And I think, maybe because I was set to wrestle him, that's the very first thing that pops to mind. Papa fucking Don probably should have got his chance in AEW or something by now. What do you got, Pancakes?
Well, the reason why I asked before if it's people that we know personally, if it's people that we think that we people that we
Long
know.
Island guy.
Exactly, Long Island guy.
Long Island guy.
So,
someone we've watched take his fucking pants off and put his little skinny tights on. Someone we've shared some space with.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I feel like he's very underrated.
Before you say it, can I write down on a piece of paper who I think you're going to say?
Yes.
Okay, give me a pen. I want to write down on a piece of paper. I want to see if
Don't let him see what you're writing.
Guess
I'm not looking.
Who you're going to say. Listen, we don't fucking know what's coming next, and listen, Pancake is about 8 shots into 90 proof whiskey. I am too. We've enjoyed a lot of greenery. If the topic runs over, it runs over. This is the podcast that got 2,000 views, baby! So we may run over. So this is my guess on who you're going to say. And if you don't say this guy, I'm going to bring him up in a bonus segment. So go. Surprise me. Tickle my Joey Ryan. Tickle my Joey Ryan. And Joey Ryan is our new term for penis. You got to make feeding tool. I get to make Joey Ryan. Now stop itching your Joey Ryan and tell me, who should have made it further? Local guy.
Dickie Rods.
From this point on, I will not be speaking.
Really?
I am waving go to him.
You want me to let you really?
You talk about Dick E.
I feel like he's just very good talent. I think he's very underrated.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Keep going.
I'm scared to keep going now. They're looking at me like death on a stick. I
Oh.
want to know what your issue is right now. What is the issue?
This may not be a Joey Ryan episode, but if you want to talk about Dick E, go ahead.
Damn. Hot damn. I didn't think about that. Wow. This really is not a show for kids, is it?
Speak about Dickie. Let's get the dick out of your mouth and into the viewers' ears.
Wow. Wow.
Let's penetrate their ears with your Dick E. Rods praise.
I don't even want to do this anymore.
Oh, I've shamed you. No,
yeah,
seriously.
you shamed me.
No, listen.
I don't know why.
Listen, a guy that shouldn't have made it, a guy that hasn't made it and should have. If you think Dickie Rods, tell me. I'm not shitting on Dickie, because Dickie's always been nice to me. But I know there's a lot more people in line you knew besides Dickie. So I'm interested. Is it because Dickie is always on your mind, or...
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Or is it that Dick E is always going into your mouth, or Dick E is always coming out of your mouth.
Wow.
Come on, this is Honesty Podcast. Keep going.
Joe Jerry.
2,000 people, man. 2,000 people cut their wrists and died to see this. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Come on.
Yes, that was great.
Explain your Dickie. I'm sorry for being negative or hijacking. We're going over 10 minutes.
He had a WWE tryout years ago.
David Starr had 14.
Damn.
Sorry, he put that on Twitter. And I booked David Starr once, and he might remember me.
Oh, boy.
Share this podcast, David Starr, you son of a...
You know what? Alright, so...
It's no longer about facts. It's about clout at this point.
Okay, so I spoke about Dickie. Let me give you another one. So let me put this one out there. Ready? Let's do... I think we spoke about him before. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Outtakes.
Oh. Anyway, I got a camera in my face right now, if you haven't noticed.
This is the most fucked up Pancake's ever been on camera. Come on, talk about Dick.
Wow.
E. Rods.
No.
How is his first name and his last name also a penis euphemism? Dick and Rods. Like, his name is like Cock Penis-tastic.
How about this one? How about Alexander James?
Alexander is not a penis name, and James is not a penis name. If his name was like Smith Johnson, you could have made that reference. God, leave him alone. He's in Germany right now.
He's a good man.
He is in Germany right now getting sprayed every morning for quarantine.
I love that boy.
Yeah, I love him. He's my best opponent. Continue. Dickie Rod. Talk about Dick. Let's talk about Dick, baby. Let's talk about you and Dickie.
I like Dickie. I'm friends with Dickie. I think that he's good.
Why should he have made it to the next level?
You know what? I think his experience. I think the way that he's always put himself out there. He's very particular with the way he looks when he performs. He's particular. He's very good with his ring. You know, his ring positioning is always on point.
So why didn't Dickie Rods make it to the next level?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
Damn, we should have picked people where we knew why they didn't make it to the next level. Like, I could have been like, oh, well, that guy didn't wipe his feet.
Damn.
Why? I can't tell you why Papa Don didn't make it. Papa Don's better than me, and I'm trying to make it. So, why didn't he make it? Is Dickie Rods better than Pancakes?
I feel like he did make it in one point. I believe he was part... back in the day, there was a company called Cyberspace, if you remember correctly.
NWA Cyberspace?
NWA Cyberspace.
They ran like 5 shows.
When Papa Don and Havoc, they were, I believe, the Solution.
I couldn't tell you that, yeah.
Okay, so they...
No, way before me.
Okay.
The chicken came before the egg.
Yeah. I believe their tag team was called The Solution. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Google it. It was him and Havoc, and they were a tag team at the time, and they got the opportunity to work on NWA Cyberspace. They got to wrestle the tag teams. There was a whole bunch of tag teams.
It's so many years ago. That's the problem.
TNA and TNA was, a lot of TNA guys were on there as well. It was like an indie form of TNA wrestling, and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it because I always dreamed of myself being on there. At one point, I'm like, wow, I really want to be in that. Blah blah blah. But and at the time, we had a friend who was, very much involved in that company, so we really hung around him. Never happened, but we tried.
So why didn't Dickie make it?
You know what? Again, I really don't know. And
This is something we got to revisit. We got to revisit with guys we know a particular reason why they didn't make it. Because
okay.
Like with Dickie, you can't put
like
your finger on
idea.
it. With Papa Don, I fucking couldn't tell you. It seems like the whole package. It's one of those things like where you look at AJ Styles and how long it took him to get to WWE, and he's finally there, and you're like, thank God he got what he deserved. And I think with me, when I look at Papa Don, and I guess for you with Dickie Rod, you're like, the guy never quite got the due he deserved.
True.
That next level, and who knows? It's not over yet. It could happen.
No, because it's never over unless you say it's over.
It's never over till Adele sings. I mean, the fat lady.
Wow. Wow.
Her first single was called Sidewalks, and Nicole famously said, I know why she put cracks in those sidewalks.
Yeah.
Sing with me, Jerry.
I will not sing Adele. I will not besmirch this. And it's actually executive producer's Boo Boo's favorite song because she hates rain, so she set fire to it.
I set fire.
All right, so do you want to do that bonus one where you tell what you thought he was going to pick?
Oh, I do. I know this is running long, but do you know who if you had 3 guesses, rapid fire, 3 names, who did you think I was going to pick? Who did I think you were going to pick? Go. 1.
Jesus.
2.
I couldn't tell you.
Close enough.
Bigfoot?
3.
Yokozuna.
You actually got it on the first one. I thought you were going to say Mike fucking Magnum. I've had debates with Bull James. I've had debates with people. Why didn't Mike Magnum make it? And I've told Mike Magnum this. I think you were 5 years late. When they were looking for guys who looked like a fucking chiseled mountain and could work the old school style, was 5 years after you got to that tryout with the Johnny Garganos and the Biff Busiks and the Tommaso Ciampas and the guy that could work that new style. Mike Magnum missed the boat by 5 years. What do you say, Pancakes?
I believe, in my opinion, if we're going to talk about Mike Magnum...
That's what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say Mike Magnum.
If we're going to talk about Mike Magnum, I believe, in my opinion, because it's not just because he's my friend. It's not just because I practically grew up with the guy. It's also because of the fact that I feel like he worked really, really hard back in the day to get where he really wanted to get. He knew how he had to get it, and he did it. I give that guy 110% of my respect to that man.
So, in your eyes, why didn't he make it? Why did Mike Magnum not get that WWE contract after his tryout? It's hard.
If you want my opinion, I
feel like we're both so close to him.
No, because I feel like there was lack of experience. And honestly, it was not his fault. And I'm going to tell you right now, it was not his fault. And I'm going to tell you why. When we were training, unfortunately, our school was very protective of us as students. And they prevented us from going outside shows. So we were only allowed to do PWR shows.
I really heard this.
Okay?
A lot of people complained.
It is not his fault that he had not enough experience where he can go in there and say, I've worked for this company, this company, this company, this company, this company, and put it all under his belt. Why? Because he busted his ass. He proved to everybody that he did it, and he proved a lot of people wrong. Mike Magnum has proved a lot of people fucking wrong. And I will tell you right now, as much as I will defend you, I will defend you. I will defend him to my dying day.
Well, let me.
And it's not because he's done a lot for me. It's not just because he's done a lot for my family. But I can guarantee you that if it was if he did not get,
can I yank Mike Magnum's Jesus covered penis out of your mouth for a second?
Wow,
you are fellating him so deep. I was afraid you didn't have air.
Wow,
and I know how bad your lungs are.
I told you I was not.
Let me tell you something.
I know you must have.
When Mike was getting ready for his WWE tryout, do you know who he came to get ready?
You.
Me. He said to me, Jerry, you are the only person who will tell me the truth. And we got him ready, and I told him the truth. I said, Mike, you're in shape. Mike, you know everything there is to know. But I worry, Mike, that you're not crazy enough of a character for them. And he said, I'm what they want. And when he went and he came back, he said, didn't work out. I said, Mike, it's because you are what they wanted.
Yep.
You are what they wanted. It's changed. Just being a great height and a great physique and a great wrestler and a great solid character and a mold ready to be turned into what they want isn't enough anymore. Now they want the absolute, complete indie-rific experience. And Mike, you're 5 years too late.
They want to see a lot of flippy doodles. Everybody wants to see flippy doodles.
I mean, to tell Mike's story correctly, every person Mike wrestled at his tryout, every single person Mike stepped in the ring with, received a WWE contract and is now a Johnny Gargano, a Oney Lorcan.
Yep.
On TV making millions of dollars, hopefully.
That's true.
But not Mike, because Mike was unfortunately and undeservingly 5 years too late. I really thought you'd say Mike, because I can't think of anyone personally close to us that should be there more than Mike Magnum. I couldn't tell you someone. Alexander James, maybe he's close, but Mike Magnum.
I would have said him. I didn't know where you wanted to go with it. I was just going to say I was.
Don't let me dominate you. What am I, Farouk?
Yes, Daddy.
Damn.
You kind of put a chill in my pickle. Maybe
You're the Bradshaw? That's the worst. You'd never make money at the stock market. But continue.
Anyway, as I said, Mike Magnum to me is a very underrated worker, and I believe that he deserves to be there 100% because he's worked on. And not for nothing, if you really watch how he wrestles like Triple H.
He wrestles their style. Yeah,
yes.
He was a guy that went out of his way to learn what they wanted and to wrestle like they wanted. And it's a shame because what they wanted changed.
That's true.
They don't want the way he does it anymore. They don't want the way I do it.
Exactly.
They don't want the way you do it.
Nope.
They want the way the stars of tomorrow do it. The Joey Silvers. The Gabriel Skies.
Yes.
The Marco Stunts. The MJFs. They want that new style of wrestling. There's nothing wrong with it. And sometimes in wrestling, you're just a little too late.
And you know what? And you said it yourself. It's very unfortunate because of the fact that, we're trained old school. We get it. But you know what? Sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we're out of the game. Because not for nothing.
You can make it work.
You can make it work.
You could be a PCO and you can make it work.
Yes, you could be a PCO.
On TV in 90s WWE and now main featured in Ring of Honor in 2020.
That guy does a split-legged freaking moonsault.
PCO is amazing. Johnny Swinger on TNA.
Yep.
I mean, it's
what's his name? On NWA.
Tim Storm?
Tim Storm.
It ain't over till you say it's over.
That's it, man. I told you.
And I think that Mike Magnum isn't saying it's over. And Pancakes is not saying it's over. And I damn well know the beard villain Johnny Malloy ain't saying it's over. So it's over when we fucking say it's over. Those are who we thought locally should have made it. If you guys have any suggestions, disagree, man, there's a comment section. Let us hear what you have to say. We're never shy on opinions. But topic number 3, like AJ Styles and that match I love so much from WrestleMania, it's dead and buried. Topic number 3 is over.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Now a lot of we'll call feeding tools will get on here and say, you guys said 10 minutes a topic and you went 20-something minutes on the last topic. And I just want to say, I mean, from Binky and Boo and Pancakes and the Beard Villain, I just want to say, fuck are you?
A suck on my dick.
A suck on my car.
Tough are you?
Listen, This is our motherfucking podcast. We keep this short. We keep this with brevity. And if we feel impassioned, we're going to talk because you have to be passionate about wrestling because wrestling is then, wrestling is now, and wrestling is forever. Wrestling will never leave you. Wrestling will never quit, and we're passionate about it. I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. I'm 33 now, and I don't see an end to the tunnel. And I know Pancakes is ready for the next chapter, and we're going to keep talking about it. And we're glad you're listening. From the 2,000 that saw us on episode 1 to the near 1.5K that saw us on episode 2. Thank you guys so much. A Schmoke and a Pancake is about friends getting together and talking about what they love, what they devoted their life to, and it's become something that you guys are fucking enjoying. Something that might actually be something one day.
Guys, if there's something that you guys want to hear from us, don't be afraid to drop a comment.
Tell us!
Make sure you like, subscribe, share,
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Follow us, guys. Don't be afraid to tell us what you guys want to talk about.
We've got a giant list of topics. We pick through, our producer, Little Binky, picks through them randomly. We never know. Send us topic suggestions. We'd love to cover some crazy, zany ideas we've never had. Wrestling, man. It never gets old, man. I've been watching this since I was fucking 3 years old. Since 1990, I've been enjoying wrestling, and it never gets old.
It doesn't get old because you want to know something. If it's, you know what, I've been a fan all my life, and you know what, we don't become professional wrestlers without being professional fans first, and it's for that professional fandom. Fandom. That's a word that I'm coming up with.
Feeding tools and fandoms.
There you go. If it wasn't for that,
exactly,
then we wouldn't have what we have today.
Exactly, and myself, the beard villain, and Pancakes, we don't consume as much greenery and alcohol as we do for ourselves. We're doing it for you.
For you.
We're sacrificing precious brain cells just for you. For your enjoyment. So you fucking owe us.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you feel lucky?
Do you feel lucky?
Well,
punk? Well, I feel lucky. And I feel like podcast number 3 is just going to be even bigger than 1 and 2. It's going to be bigger than the hand Mae Young birthed thanks to Mark Henry's Joey Ryan.
Oh my God. It's going to come out of the pee hole of Joey Ryan's penis.
Listen, this has been the whole Thanksgiving spread, baby. You've been a cornucopia of listening and love. And myself and Pancakes, we enjoy everything that's coming from you guys. Please, do us a favor. Share this shit. Because, listen, Eric Bischoff has money. And he can't keep making money off 83 weeks. We need to make some fucking money off a Schmoke and a Pancake. So what we're challenging Eric Bischoff to meet us at the IHOP on Portion Road on November 5th, 2020 to have a pancake eat-off with my good friend, Pancake.
Here I go. I am the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Gonna eat pancakes off your navel.
I think they closed that IHOP down.
And whoever wins gets all the podcasting rights. Eric Bischoff, meet us. Long Island, Portion Road, IHOP. See you on episode 4.
I'm going licks.